Oregon head volleyball coach Matt Ulmer secured the program's second Elite Eight appearance in 2 years this past season. For Ulmer, victory extends beyond wins. It's in the remarkable bonds he cultivates with his athletes. His coaching goes beyond tactics. It's deep understanding, support, and genuine connection.
This team is cooking something special. Matt Ulmer knows it. Herrera fires up the top. Slams it down.
Collier sets up the brick wall, rejects that shot.
Point word is there over
It's picture-perfect offense from the Ducks.
We talk about Oregon. You have to start with Hannah Duke, center for the Oregon Ducks.
Outstanding. Georgia.
Oregon wins.
Matt is a very genuine and caring person. My first interaction with him, he hugged me. And that is just like, I'm not a hugger at all, but it's also like for a coach, especially as a head coach, he is so personable, which is really unique, especially at this level. Matt's very real. Like you always get the most genuine response and reactions from him.
Hey, Jared Bear. How we doing? How are you? Good.
I think that's just such a big component of his coaching is that he's genuinely like so caring for each and every one of us.
That's why I said not that. You run whatever you want. Just make it make sense. If you're going to run the wave, then you got to establish a three. Get closer to Colby. Here we go. My coaching philosophy is you have to connect before you can correct. I really believe that. If they don't know how I care about them as people, if our student athletes don't feel like I'm engaged in knowing their life, I feel like if it's just transactional, you know, then it's surface. It's not. It doesn't mean anything. That's really good. You feel it? Just a little. Just have fun with that. You're really good at this. You're good at both of them. But just notice if you're ever not getting
a lot of coaches, their job first and foremost is to be a coach, and that's just never been it with Matt.
Tap. This side's starting in 2. This side's starting in 1. I had nothing to do with it. There was a moment where I kid myself. I thought like I was going to be a lawyer. Or I was going to do something like that. And I went to my first law class in college. I think it was my very first college class. And within the first couple minutes, I left, and I walked back to my advisor, and I said, "I'm gonna coach volleyball." I grew up in the gym. My mom was a coach, and since I can remember, I was coaching volleyball or around really great student athletes. So I just made that decision right there as an 18-year-old that that's what I was going to do, and instead of fighting it, and kind of haven't looked back since. I want you to try and win. I think why my mom is a really successful coach is she's really good at the relationship side. Like for her, it's really about the players. Seeing that part growing up was a huge influence for me in how I coach and how I relate.
Matt's also from a family full of women. I think that's so awesome, and I think that's a huge aspect as to why he is so supportive of us as female athletes. And he just, again, he wants to grow the sport. He wants us all to be so successful, and I think the way he grew up is a huge part of that.
You gotta work the edges, right? But so many times you're just on body in 1 or 6, and they're digging those, right? So again, you gotta get an edge of that block. Right? Whenever I do those tests, like about your personality, always number 1 for me is trust. And it's like by a big margin. People might not always like what I say, but they can know that I'm giving you an honest feedback. And yes, we will make mistakes, but that's gonna be okay. We're gonna make aggressive mistakes, but we're gonna commit to doing that, right? If you need a shot, what have you been practicing?
He views us as people and vice versa, and he's really let us know who he is as a person, not just as a coach. And I think that follows, especially with the trust component. You can talk to Matt about anything, and you know he's gonna listen, and he's always gonna be there for you.
Can I play in this? Can I play? I tell the team all the time, like if they have something going on, just come to me. Tell me, write it down, and let's talk about it.
He's just let me become the player that I want to be, and while supporting me and guiding me through that versus trying to change a lot about me as a player.
No, you know where it's going, so let's load up and let's get armpits over, and right? If there's a culture that I can leave, it's of love. I care. Like what it comes down to is that I'm really interested in getting to know them. I want their dreams to come true. And it pains me if it doesn't work out that way. You know, like that is my goal. My goal is for whatever their dreams are to come true, and I hope that by them coming here, they believe that we can help make that happen for them.